Batteries fully charged. Launch ready for AEW Spark in 3, 2, 1. All Elite Wrestling discussion is live. Cue host Noah Foster.
Another week in AEW has passed, and you know what that means, as Forbidden Door is now closed until next year. What a pay-per-view. And here's to the Fallout 2. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again back to the conversation that ignites on all things All Elite Wrestling. You know what this is, for I'm the simple man of the simple brand, the voice of JMN, and my name is Noah Foster. Welcome once again to AEW Spark with me, as always, representing Current TV as part of AEW Productions. His value is much more than his name. It is Zero. Say hi. ... because I don't see the rest of it. Zero, how are you? And for those that don't... Please stay tuned for thank you. Zero, how are you?
So I didn't even know what the fuck you just said.
That's my little disclaimer voice. If there was like a running banner that was going 250 miles per hour like the commercials do, people will figure it out when they slow down the video by half, if they choose to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The reason he didn't hear you, for the record, Noah, is because you glitched the fuck out. That's why he didn't hear you.
That shit was fucked up, bro.
Yeah, you sounded like you went re-robe, bro. That's what happened.
Oh, okay, then it's better off being
not
forgotten footage unless they try to decipher with the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, exactly. Decipher with the Da Vinci Code, everyone.
Yeah. Or the Dial of Destiny, Indiana Jones. Anyway, what's on your mind, Sarah? What's up?
So, I got done playing the AEW game. I'm currently on the fucking Pro 2 Elite, but I will give you a quick review. The game was good. And now time to tell y'all about something really tragic about the game. So, if y'all on PS4, which is, I'm on. So, there's a little bit of a issue with the PS4 version. So, for those who was on Twitter, which is the greatest place on earth, especially to find all your information and to learn about some more OnlyFans accounts. But
oh Lord,
hey man, I got followed these urges, my brother.
Yeah, marketing. Continue. The world of social media.
But like, there's an issue with the PS4 version, and the issue goes as follows: it crashes. So like, when you try to play a match, it will crash. You try to create a wrestler, moveset, or entrance, crash. It's fucking great. So, let me tell y'all about a solution, because I'm going to help my fellow PS4 players. I do got a PS5, but I don't feel like playing it. But because reliable, never fails to me. Always have better storage than the PS5 I got. But
I understand that.
Yeah. So like, to solve this solution, to have a solution to solve this problem, solve a solution. That's crazy. Here's how you get the game to actually work. Go into your settings on the PlayStation menu. Go to your settings. Go to connections, and then press out the connect to the internet. Disable it. Once you do that, play the game. Games work perfectly fine.
Huh. That sounds like to me there's something hard-coded where it needs to always be connected to the internet, and that should not be the case. So that's... I
don't know what caused it, but like, the one thing I would say is wait for like a major patch update for that sumbitch.
I put imagine they come out with that immediately.
But if you don't want to wait, just turn off your internet to just play the game, because the game is still fucking fun as shit. It is still pretty good, so that is a really good thing. One thing I would recommend is add more call parts, add more call parts, and add more car parts. But the Road to Elite is actually pretty fun and goofy as a motherfucker too, because
that's a game that's not supposed to be taking itself seriously and goes back to a bygone era. I would hope so.
Because there's one moment I would never forget.
Spoiler alert, folks, just in case you have not bought the game yet.
This shit was so funny. This shit was so funny. The can't skip. But like this shit was so fucking funny.
Or mute, whatever.
So when you're on Toronto, Canada, right, and you go sightseeing, right? Your character would say, "Oh man, Tom, yeah, Mr. Nice." Walking into frame, Chris Jericho with his spiky jacket, no shirt, holding a fucking clipboard, asking for a petition. That shit was so fucking funny, bro. I'm like, yo, that's just goofy.
From the lexicon to the list to a petition, the petition of Jericho.
Yes, greatness at its greatest, bro.
Oh Lord.
There was another moment that I actually pretty like. Like it's so it is. Well, this is kind of funny, but when you're in DC, which is the first part of the debut of Dynamite, if y'all remember,
yeah, Capital One Arena.
You go see the Abe Lincoln's thing, the Abe Lincoln statue,
Lincoln Memorial.
You see Pac just looking at it like. I'm like, what the fuck you doing here, bro?
Like, oh, what is this?
What the fuck is this, man? But there was one moment,
bastard.
But there was one moment that actually kind of got me choked up a bit. Is when you're in the restaurant, right? This is after with the whole. If y'all don't want no spoilers, mute for like a good 30 seconds, but. A spoiler, you do have a feud with the Death Triangle, and you try to join the Death Triangle, right? I think there's a different routes if you win the last match, but like if you didn't win the last match, which happened to me, you try to join the Death Triangle, you joined and got kicked out at the same time.
Damn.
It's funny as shit. So when you go to the restaurant right afterwards, Brody Lee shows up like, bro, how the fuck that happened? I'm like, yo, that is crazy. But the reason why it kind of got me a bit choked up because it's Brody Lee, and
forever exalted.
You do have a pick with him though, which is fucking nice.
Nice.
Like he just here you like this, so it's like it's been nice, but yeah, the game's good. Besides that fucking sorry ass excuse for a PS4 for the time being, but these motherfuckers really popping fireworks. Tomorrow is 4th of July, assholes. I swear.
Everybody pops it off for at least a good few days before and
they've
afterwards.
Been doing that last week.
They've been doing it since Saturday here. So
they've been doing that since Monday last week.
That's
that shit was crazy. Like,
hey, you gotta empty out the inventory, right? Celebrate. As long as they don't blow themselves up, I guess that's all that matters. Fireworks galore also in Fight Forever with all the pyro. That's good to know. Again, it looks like one of those games that just is about having fun casually. Just not taking the rest of the game seriously. A throwback era when you think about No Mercy, you think about Here Comes the Pain, Shut Your Mouth, the classic SmackDown vs. Raw series. Because I really stopped getting involved in the genre after SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. Haven't bought a wrestling game since, and being frugal, homeowner, and priorities for passions. Haven't bought a video game since Horizon Forbidden West, so this definitely is on my bucket list. If not by this month, definitely next month too. So I'll definitely keep that in mind, and I'll definitely let you know. I know other friends in FTW and my ATW crew, and even NoDQ have bought and even reviewed this game too. Go check out Aaron Ritz's review, folks. You want a bit more in depth. But good simple take, Zero. I appreciate that. Good intro to everything we talk about, because that did, of course, occur also with the conclusion of a Forbidden Door. Everybody getting their hands on that game because the clock kicked 0. But without further ado, as far as the TV content goes, because it was the fallout as the Forbidden Door closed, let's get right into it. So, of course, as we continue our tour through Canada, how fitting that game we talk about Toronto bit. We are, of course, in the first Ontario Centre in Hamilton, Ontario, as we leave Toronto. Again, the Forbidden Door closed, but some people decided to still have an extended stay. And one Stone Pit Bullet Termination E as we visit the G1 Climax Classic from 2019 with Death Rider Jon Moxley. Brutal, bloody, bad, hard-hitting, strong-spirited, counterintuitive fight. Whether they were headbutting, whether they were lariating, whether they were suplexing each other, whether they were literally reactively throwing offense at each other at times, from a freaking brain buster into a sliding lariat combination at some point. The key thing here, though, is Black Book Combat Club and Death Rider, Def Jitsu Don Moxley's corner, in the people of Wheeler Yuta and Claudio Castagnoli, who you fought, they're just there spectating because Jon Moxley can't do it on his own. Well, apparently another person didn't think so. And, of course, looks out for his boy. Eddie Kingston came down with a steel chair, and it seems he was keeping the Blackpool Combat Club at bay. But we also know his agenda. Also, the fact that he is involved in D-Block, love the shirt, in G1 Climax. And stay tuned for our Simple Bracketology on that of my Simple brand folks. Of course, there's me, Casey, Kuzan, possibly this gentleman too, as we give you a Simple Bracketology on G1 Climax 33, Born in the Ring, that Eddie Kingston will be involved in the same block as Tomohiro Ishii and Shingo Takagi, just to name a couple. Anyway.
Yeah.
This was a hell of a back and forth fight. At one point, they headbutted each other so damn hard, Jon Moxley busted himself open. Gee, what a shocker, right? Anyway, as he spun him in a God style power driver for a nice near fall, during the whole time, Kingston and Claudio and Yuta are there. Claudio with a death stare, daggers, target sighted every time on Kingston, who slightly moved but never took his eyes off Claudio either, while Yuta was the only one paying attention to the match, and Jon Moxley trying to keep him also from continuing to mount a comeback. As Moxley busted open and traded headbutts, like I said, he planted Ishii with the paradigm shift for a nice near fall, but then Ishii answered back with one of his own paradigm shifts. Just goes to show how well these two men know each other. Haven't lost a single step. Only thing not involved here was the Corrigan Hall East sign at a damn Japanese table. Actually, no table was involved. I appreciated that. As Moxley countered a brainbuster into a Death Rider, Ishii was able to kick out at 2. Nailed him with a curb stomp finally after Ishii in a defiant act flipped him up and says, I'm not going down with you with just a hammering anvil elbows or a simple, like, submissive move. Because the man literally fights like death is on his doorstep after being registered for dead for 10 minutes one time ago. And literally fights with his life, for his life, every chance he can get. God bless him. Anyway, he gets caught with one last huge, high elevated Death Rider. And Jon Moxley makes it 2-0 against the Stone Pit Bull in a very game-winning fight as Moxley makes his leave and Claudio subtly collapses but never takes his eyes off Kingston. As he brushes Kingston's shoulder, Kingston says, good job, man. You don't need Blackpool Combat Club. You did it all by yourself. And again, bump off. Kingston's like, and we go from there. Well, apparently there is still heavy tension in, I guess you could say, frenemies. And there's one thing I love to kick off Dynamite. It's a Japanese strong style fight. Good stuff. What did you say, Zero?
It was good stuff. Especially the whole Go Shiozaki Pujia death stare between both Kingston and Claudio.
I've
good
never
shit.
seen Claudio that serious in my life.
Yeah. Because like the one that I always said about this whole thing. It's just the fact that this whole match was pretty much a strong style. Brawling, no neck Ishii being a fucking short prick. So
But he's built like a refrigerator for a reason.
And he is my height, which is crazy. 5'7". That is insane.
He's shorter than me.
Yo man, that's fucking insane. But like the whole match was actually pretty good. But the main thing about this match is how Kingston just literally just be like, hey, you don't need them, so why are they here, bro? Come on now. But I feel like besides this whole match, there's a whole lot of things going on that's going to lead to a segment.
Or two.
So, yeah.
Yep. As we keep moving on through here, we get Renee Paquette, as always, such a professional, trying to get the scoop as Adam Cole makes his return from the illness. And as soon as Adam Cole pulls up, before she can get any words on how Adam Cole is feeling being back, ding-ding, MJF comes out and says,
what's up,
Hey,
brother?
Congrats against
Hey,
Sick for
what's
being
up,
Dora,
brother?
by the way. I wish I thought about that, but Adam Cole says, no, Max, I literally was sick. Yeah, I got it. But listen, you and me, we got off on the wrong page initially. And truth be told, you're not good enough to beat me because you're not on the level of the devil, so you can't hold the Triple B. But, I will say this. You very well could be close, if not capable, of being on my level. So just think about what you and I could do if we're on the same page as a team together. So since we're involved in this blind tech tournament thing, why don't you and I try and reconcile? Let's hang out. How about we bond a little bit this weekend? So how about I hop on my card? Adam Cole Letley says, okay, you want to hang out with me. You want to really get to know me. Reluctantly, Amco says yes, but he's got a few things to do and a few people to meet. As he reminds MJF boundaries, MJF get him like a little almost hug, also a pat, but then also show him merchandise. New shirt that says, I'm better than you, baby. I'm sure that's going to sell well on Shop AEW, if not already. As we go from there, I'm going to combine these two segments at once because we got two sides of Renee Paquette. As Renee Paquette, the interviewer, went to Renee Paquette, the pissed off friend / wife. As she wondered what the hell was that out there, as John Moxley says, hey, you tell me, I didn't ask him to be out there, I don't know what the fuck that was about. And then Keith is like, oh, I got your back, Moz, but here you are with that scumbag, Clio, as the two are literally just bickering the hell out of each other, and Moxley literally talking about, who cares about some Chikara bullshit between the two of you that happened years ago? I care about you. Why, Renee Paquette had enough of it, says, tries to get them to settle down. Moxley wants up by Keith and still tirades the man. He's like, where you going? And before Eddie Kingston can say anything else, Renee says, enough! Eddie, you better fix this. I'm done. For the first time since joining AEW, Renee Paquette is not character, it's not interviewer. She is pissed off woman and wants a friggin' resolution. Sooner rather than later. Damn it. Shit got real.
The fucking MGF segment was actually both. Yeah.
Blech.
Both MGF segments that we're gonna see was actually pretty fucking hilarious, especially just MGF being MJF. He's such a fucking mood.
Brilliant asshole.
Yes, he is the greatest asshole of all time, bro.
All right, Ken Anderson.
Yes. So the whole Renee one, it was pretty fucking telling because we all know Kingston always hold grudges. It's not healthy, but hey man, it is what it is, bro.
He talked about his Tribune article when it comes to his mental challenges.
Yeah.
Grudges included.
Yeah. And like it's one thing I'll say though, it's like I need to watch the whole this one video that actually explains the whole fucking beef because
Ring of Honor.
I know it started by Shikara.
Yep, when the two were living with each other and at one point had a fight for respect, and Claudia refused to give Kingston respect, still does to this day, and it really came forward to Ring of Honor when they challenged each other Supercar for the World Championship, but ahead of that, Kingston was first told by Claudio, Eddie, a man without honor can never be Ring of Honor champion. And that really catapulted this into this century.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And it's like there needs to be a sit down between Moxley, Eddie, maybe Claudio, maybe also Renee. Just
all at
sit
once?
down. Probably not at once. Probably like think of it like if you remember the fucking the weekly therapy sessions with Team Hell No.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, if they do something like that, I'll be happy.
Dr. Shelby's all elite. God help us.
Man, that man was working overtime, but
right.
But like, if they do something like that, like a call it a
intervention.
Yes,
I got you, bro.
Call it that, and have it just happen weekly, probably like because we could have. Well, They could do it either weekly, but now since they got Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision,
right?
you got it right there. Have it like 1 week of just straight fucking talking of between Eddie, Mox, Claudio, Renee. Maybe each show it's probably a different combo, so we could get everything.
Different sides to everybody's story that all intertwine together into a
Yeah.
culmination of this feud, this end game that has to end in some way, whether it's Moxley or Kingston and Clara doing hostilities, and Moxley's watching on. And again, Renee, she interviews or sits down for a contract signing. Maybe there's a whole harmless agreement at this point where these two never see each other again, particularly Clara and Kingston, which is really at the heart of this. Why, this point, Kingston is just looking out for Moxley's moral code. Why Moxley already cleared that up last year in January after overcoming his demons. So, again, it's a very unique web we are spinning, especially with the fact, by the way, love the shirt, D-Block. Eddie Kingston will be involved in the G1 Climax this month for the first time ever. And again, he's in the same block as Shingo Takagi and Tomohiro Ishii at least. Let's freaking go. And again, stay tuned for Simple Bracketology this Friday on my Simple YouTube channel with me, Casey, Kuzan, and possibly Zero once we get all the details in order, including time for our friend across the pond. But also, I also look at it like, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, heck, he did the whole Hangman, Omega, Young Bucks all sit down, and JR was in the middle of it ahead of their incredible tag match, one of the greatest tag matches of all time from Revolution 2020 that still holds up today. Although Briscoes and FTR, I think, surpassed it, in my opinion.
I kind of like the Young Bucks and FTR. That shit was fucking crazy.
I agree. Barefoot. Anyway, and yeah, it does feel like, for me, Renee, interviewer, but you could get an interesting side to her when she might think about the fact that she had Eddie Kingston on sessions. Jon Moxley's her damn husband. And Claudio Castagnoli, I'm not sure if her and Claudio have ever had like sessions, but I'm sure she's talked because she's been involved in those segments where Jon Moxley's like, can't stand the Elite. Fuck the Elite. I don't give a damn about them. I don't like them. So there's a lot that could really come out from this that I think will culminate some capacity All Out, if not sooner. But again, we'll wait and see. But still, some good, wholesome segments here. As we go back inside the ring, talk about hitting the random button on a Fight Forever video game. Trios match time as the Jericho Priest Societies. Canada's own Angelo Parker and Matt Menard with Daniel Garcia, who basically is a little bit, I would say, irked that he's not the AEW National Champion. Still. And basically calls Orange Cassidy, got lucky, kind of blah, 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 calling him out for a challenge. Orange Cassidy, still battered, bruised, but our champion. He basically, as he always does, reluctantly accepted, because it's whatever. Just had to find a couple of people. Conveniently, there's one person behind him. That's one. El Hijo Devin Gingo. And then another one just pops into play. Keith Lee.
Hey,
What?
how's it going? That's all it is.
Yeah, that's all it takes. This is not the first time they've been involved in multi-tag team affairs, so there you go. This was simple, wholesome. We saw Orange Cassidy get worked over after trying to take Angelo Parker's comb, but Garcia got back. Then Garcia isolated the champion after Vinkingo. He basically was taken after doing crazy antics with a shooting star press on Garcia while Daddy Magic came in, stuck some cheap shots on El Hijo. Then next thing you know, Vinkingo gets suplexed for a 2 count by Angelo Parker. Keith Lee, though, one-man wrecking crew, Uncle Phil, hello, comes in, cleans house, and we're not even in Bel Air. As Keith Lee blasted Garcia with the double-handed Grizzly Magnum, Jesus, then picked up Vinkingo and used him as a battering ram. I love teams that use their own partners as weapons. It just works so well.
Especially if you're big.
Keith Lee, basking in his glory. The Limitless one. As Garcia countered, the Beach Breakers were back in the ring, hits Orange Cassidy with a pile driver, then locks in the Dragon Tamer, but somehow Orange Cassidy survives. Vinkingo makes the save as Daddy Magic hits Keith Lee, but Keith Lee makes him pay for it. Planting the man in the center of the ring, might as well plant him across the border back into America. That is, of course, below Hamilton, Ontario. And pins him. Keith Lee gets a win on TV despite random trios affair. And I guess this means Derek Garcia could challenge again for the national championship. Maybe 3rd time's the charm for him. But personally, I like the fact Keith Lee's back to his glorious, pun intended, not Bobby Roode, youthful look. I don't know why he stopped that great thing. I guess he didn't want to be wise. He wanted to be more so out there. And he won with Orange Cassidy again. why not do Orange Cassidy versus Keith Lee? And maybe that's Keith Lee's first time in AEW. A wholesome respectable belt, considering Keith Lee's run as NXT North America champion was so commended. Of course, NXT champion as well, both belts at once. And Garcia, yeah, I can see Garcia definitely still going after Orange Cassidy because he wasn't involved in the decision. Random fun on Fallout as expected, but emotional fireworks galore considering we are recording this literally as you all will see this on the 4th of July. Shout out to everybody stateside. Happy Independence Day. And shout out to New Japan Pro Wrestling and the Independence Day pay-per-view where, oh yeah, that's right. Eddie Keenan's going to be involved in that challenging Kenta for the Neverweight Championship. That's a sub-tangent. Anyway, fun trios match. Maybe Keith Lee could challenge Orange Cassidy next because Keith Lee and Orange Cassidy never had a one-on-one encounter.
You know what would be a really funny ass spot though? Because if like, because I know Orange Cassidy does his tornado DDT.
Yes.
Imagine him doing it, but running off of Keith Lee's big ass chest and do a DDT. That should be fucking
like
awesome.
A horseshoe.
Yes, just like run off his fucking chest and just do a DDT. That should be fucking hilarious. But I'm happy Keith Lee finally picking up fucking W's on TV.
Right.
And if he does go up against Orange Cassidy, the match is over, bro. It's all over.
You think Keith Lee's the one?
I want Keith Lee to be the one. I'll be happy as a motherfucker. But Orange Cassidy just going to hit me with the Roman Reigns, do the freaking Superman punch, mousetrap, whatever.
The mousetrap, Keith Lee. What?
Hey.
I guess crazy things have happened in diverse Glass affairs, but that's a wild take for an ending. I could see at least 3 Superman punches as Keith Lee just tries to go Super Saiyan and doesn't go down.
Superman punch.
Orange punch.
Third time. Sorry. He tried to do it for the 5th time. Pounce out the ring. That should be fucking amazing.
Oh my gosh, Orange Cassidy will literally go flying. That's a pounce I need to see now. Okay. Tony Khan, please book Orange Cassidy versus Keith Lee. I don't care how you do it. All right.
Fucking Vikingo is just literally just everywhere at this point. I'm like, God damn, bro.
Like GCW, Ring of Honor, AEW, and still the Triple Omega champion, who, by the way, will defend that title against a person that never lost it. Kenny Omega.
Motherfucker, like, hey, why are you still here? Why are you here? I don't know.
Well, I mean, people love him. And again, you look at that foursome of Lucha Libre supremacy with the Lucha Brothers, Commander, and Heel de Vikingo. I think he's justified. And that foursome on Ring of Honor is insane.
That man is, bro. Vikingos is really fucking good. But I want to see him against Ninja Mac.
Ooh, that'd be a very interesting dynamic match. I'm just glad he didn't try no crazy 630 spot through the table, pushed him against the apron. I swear every time I see him do that, I almost feel like he's risking breaking his neck. That scares the daylights out of me.
Man, his fucking ponytail, bro.
Yeah, he's got that like Norse look, like a freaking guy out of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I like it.
I love it.
Anyway, there seems to be no love lost here in this next segment. Heyman and Page Young Bucks feeling a bit spry after their win at Forbidden Door in 10-man action with unlikely allies. And they feel a little froggy. So they pulled out a Trios Open Challenge tonight. And wondering who would step up and answer, boy. Well, Heyman and Page, you remember us? You abandoned us for them. And now you're sorry? Evil Uno, on behalf of the Dark Order, accepts the challenge. Why Alex Reynolds simply says, yes, we were your friends when you were at your lowest moments. But tonight, we're your opponents. And as we prepare for this match, Heyman and Page, a bit reluctant, while the Young Bucks are like, okay. We go to our next segment real quick as we hype up our main event for this show, which was a tornado tag match between Sting, Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, and Haymaker Chris Jericho, the alter ego of Chris Jericho, where he channels a darker side, pun intended, of himself that endures pain. You know what? Call it what you will. If this guy survived Nick freaking Gage for a glass pane, I'll give him some credit. Anyway, he basically said for the first time ever, just a few days ago, Forbidden Door, Sting and Jericho collided for the first time in the ring together. But Jericho and Sting should be on TBS. And Sting, you wanted more of me? Well, now you're going to get as much as you want from me but it's not going to be a dream. It's going to be a nightmare for you because you are going to face the person that I'm going to pull out deep inside myself, the Painmaker. You know about being dark when your back's against the wall. So you want to get dirty? Let's get dirty. Here's your chance because you're going to have all the time you want with the Painmaker, as Sammy doesn't say a word and reluctantly just like, okay. And I do wonder, will we finally get more of a tease to Sammy finally making a change? That might be long overdue. Simple stuff with these two segments.
But Jericho Jericho over here like, I'm becoming.
The Judas in my mind. The Judas is the Painmaker.
Painmaker. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Painmaker gimmick is fucking ridiculous.
I mean, it's not like the Demon Finn Balor or, like you said in GPW, Kishin Liger, who again nearly killed Great Muta and almost tried to friggin' spike Suzuki in the head with a damn spike.
This man literally thinks he's fucking Armored King, bro. Get the fuck out of my face, bro.
Not sponsored by him. Hey, 32 years in the business. He makes anything work.
Which is crazy, and I love
AEW.
it. It's crazy because I fucking love the fact that he always becomes different and just adapts to what's going on. I love it. This man is I give him props, bro.
I respect him.
If he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame, then there's some fucking tragedy. But this man, the Painmaker doesn't sound intimidating. The fucking Painmaker doesn't even sound scary. The Painmaker is basically just him with paint here, paint here, paint here. Look like a fucking call. Back on SmackDown versus Raw.
Damn.
Like, bro.
Hey.
But Jesus Christ, bro.
You know what? Hey, it's one of those things that at least it's not, overkill thing. And
not.
Masked Man versus Masked Man, Painted Man versus Painted Man, Sting and Jericho. Okay. The only thing you're missing is Bat versus Bat. So.
All you missing is a fucking his WCW theme song.
Don't give them ideas. I'm pretty sure they thought about it. They brought out Lionheart. Just saying that was ridiculous. By the way, Lionheart and Bryan Danielson. Didn't think I would see that. Or
I didn't even think they was gonna go. I didn't even think they was gonna go that far.
Right? Because Jericho doesn't like pulling back like classic stuff like that. But in the moment of the storytelling, it worked.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Yeah, Painmaker doesn't sound intimidating.
How does the Dark Order sound to you as far as going up against the Elite, the Humbucks?
Bro, remember when the Dark Order was heels? Then all of a sudden, during time passed by, everybody just loves them because they was getting a lot fucking goofier. Brody Lee shows up, turns to Vince McMahon.
Where are my papers? God rest that man's soul.
I missed that motherfucker, bro.
Don't we all?
But like,
one of the last shirts I bought.
This motherfucker shooting fireworks. Man, I can't wait until they start shooting guns out of nowhere. We all just like, okay, they're just doing the normal. But yeah, like, other than that, it's just like cool, I guess.
I mean, Heyman and Page. I mean, the theme says, "Carry on, my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done." Heyman and Page trying to carry on, but the Dark Order is not ready to let it go.
Oh, you talking about them? Oh shit, I was talking about the fucking Jericho jump. But yeah, but I'm gonna say this though: the whole Dark Order thing, it was coming.
It had to at some point. I mean, come on, it had to. It almost was a forgotten factor in the saga of Heyman and Page, but it had to come ahead at some point. With the Dark Order right now, they're kind of at their wits' end. I do wonder their future.
They are going to disband. The reason why I said that is because a few factors come in. The first factor is when not Brody dying, but like when Anna Jay left.
Right.
When she left the Dark Order, yeah. Then the other factor is when the frequent of releases, like
Stu Grayson, Allen Angels.
Yeah, Alan Angels left. He's a deathmatch wrestler now. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
Then,
he's involved in Impact Wrestling. He's going to be involved in Slammiversary,
yeah.
challenging for Ultimate X.
Then Preston Vance. 10.
No longer 10.
He
Era
left.
Peligrosa.
Then after that, Stu Grayson did came back. Then now he's with the Righteous.
Yeah, man.
Dig what I'm saying?
Bizarre.
But
You know what I'm saying?
I love Bret. If Bray Wyatt's not coming back, I always got Vincent by my side. That's my boys.
Bray Wyatt in the Righteous, that just speaks for itself. That should happen.
Oh God. But like
Anyway.
but yeah. Then Stu Grayson left. And now it's just fucking Johnny Hungy. Forgot his partner name.
Alex Reynolds.
Alex Reynolds and Evil Uno.
Yeah.
Just them three. I remember on Being the Elite, they tried to recruit Maki Ito.
Yes.
She was like, yeah, I'm in. Yeah, guess what? I'm leaving you guys. I was like, bro,
F you.
You are a dickhead.
She is a dickhead.
And then the best friend was like, damn, that's crazy. That shit was so fucking funny.
When you find an odder situation that the best friends call crazy, that says something. And then I remember all the time they try to recruit people from Dark, the cutest member of the Dark Order, because I guess she said yes, even though I didn't understand it. Yuka Sakasaki, she said, I was like, I think she's still part of Dark Order.
Yeah.
Oh, that theme is a headache, though. I'm not gonna lie, that theme is a headache.
I love it.
So does Cindy. She sung it live when she went to. She sung it live when she went to freaking Supercar of Honor and saw her face Athena live. I was like, oh my head. Anyway,
it's so stupid, but
it works. It's Joshi Pro. It works. TJPW. Anyway, by the way, congrats to her and Emi Sakura, who of course will be wrapping up their time and coming here to America permanently by 2024. I wish them all the best. Let's go ahead and talk about this trios match. Those we went right into it, and clearly the story here: Heyman and Page, Dark Order. But more so, I think it was Heyman and Page and John Silver that really carried the narrative. Bucks the early advantage after, we saw they get John Silver and Heyman and Page tie up. Then Heyman took down Silver with a side headlock reluctantly. As Evil Uno, Matt Jackson are tagged in. Evil Uno takes a cheap shot on Heyman, who was standing on the apron. Young Bucks use tandem offense to take out Silver and Reynolds. Bucks come in with a super kick party of Evil Uno, knocking him out of the ring. As they took the skies, Dark Order, though, find a way to get the advantage. Matt Jackson's like, get your head in the game. But Heyman and Page, he's conflicted like Kingston is at this point when it comes to John Moxley or ripping the head off Claudio Castagnoli. Heyman reluctantly tags in, though, and Evil Uno, well, he kicked off the cowboy, or pissed him off, you tell me. After that slap to the face, Page had enough, and he and Evil Uno, they slutted out, as like men should do, sell it in the ring. Damn it. And as Dark Order did gather some momentum with that combo offense, the Izaguri, the forearm, the freaking stunner, the freaking suplex, the jackknife float over, that perpetual synergy of offense by Alex Reynolds and John Silver for the win, not quite. As Matt Jackson was able to come in for the save, but then was neutralized again, and they set up him and Page for the pendulum bomb. But Matt Jackson saved him from that as well. As Page rocks Silver with the lariat and looks for the buckshot lariat, Silver countered for a nice near fall. That height coming into play. Heyman then nails Silver with Deadeye, and then the Butts come with the BTE trigger, while Page finishes off Silver reluctantly, but finally pulls his shot and hits the buckshot lariat and pins him. And you would think that, okay, maybe now we could all just go our separate ways on mutual ground. No, because before you could see maybe this really carry further, or maybe something happened else. Cyber Combat Club, they come in with Kadoshi Kachka and bludgeon, quite literally, the Elite. Why Dark Order watches on, slowly walks away and says, you brought this on yourself. And I guess that's it. They truly are done. As a bloody him and Page are getting screwed, driver in the head, sees the Dark Order, walk away. Is that the last time we see the Dark Order part of this narrative? Like a DBZ narrative? I don't know. You tell me. And basically, Eddie Kingston comes down the ring, but he gets taken up by all people, Claudio Castagnoli, with a steel chair. And Moxley subtly just doing his thing. And again, I don't know what's going through that man's mind. except for this fought. And we've all know it's been coming ahead eventually. This has been a real blast, but it's about time it comes to an end. We've pushed each other to our limits, but now we need to push even more. So, July 19th, Boston, TD Garden, just like someone once said in Lord William Regal. Blood and guts! The end game of the Elite versus Blackpool Combat Club finally comes ahead. And I do wonder, will it be 4-on-4 or 5-on-5 who will get the advantage? What will the sides look like? Considering that Kingston, again, going to be involved in New Japan pretty much for the whole duration of July through halfway August plus. And Tedley got written out because of the steel chair spot. How's the state of Kenny Omega's mentality? Will he call upon a friend or a golden lover? With Brian Danielson out of the picture, will it just be literally the Blackpool Combat Club as we see it with Konosuke Takeshita and somebody else part of Don Callis' family? Is this truly where all things end? Will the Dark Order not play in what feels like the final chapter of this saga that's been going on literally since the freaking aftermath of Revolution this year? Crazy that we took this long to finally come ahead, but all I gotta say is everything gets decided in Blood and Guts, where it's submission, where it's surrender, or where it's knockout. Something's gotta give, and something finally will give, and it won't get up. Zero, your thoughts on this?
The trios match was more storytelling. I don't think fucking. Yeah,
I don't know if we've seen the last of Dark Order. That's my biggest thing right now.
I feel like the Dark Order in times, dude, they might end breaking up. Probably not in like a dramatic passion, but probably just like in a neutral thing.
Just mutually walk away and close the door behind them of the Dark Order studio from BTE.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like either that could probably happen, or they might help or not. But yeah, but like one thing I would say though that I do find a bit kind of interesting is the fact that while they was walking away, they was looking back
at a bloody hangman,
contemplating. But
I still say give John Silver the singles push, but I don't like time with that.
They need to. Because Johnny Hungy, can you imagine him when he wins the TNT title, bro?
Been calling for that for damn years.
That shit would be fucking crazy.
Hey, the title would fit him.
I'm tired of these big motherfuckers holding that small ass belt, bro.
Well, Christian Cage is holding it right now, so I mean, kind of normal. Even though Luchasaurus is officially the champion, I'll talk more about that later.
But you have fucking the one guy who is trapped in TNT purgatory, Warlow, with his big ass self.
Yeah.
Just literally, this man the belt doesn't even look right at him no more, bro. That shit's.
And he's been a 3-time champion.
And all 3 of them times, I did not care.
Damn.
But yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
but the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yep.
But the Blood and Guts finally announced. Congratulations, we finally made it to Blood and Guts. Now, who's gonna be in a match? Probably 4-on-4. If it is 4-on-4, probably is gonna be the Elite against 3 guys from the BCC and
Tomasi, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, Konosuke Takeshita. So you think it's gonna be 4-on-4, not 5-on-5?
If it is 5-on-5, how the fuck they gonna do this? Who else gonna join in?
Don Callis says he's building a family. Maybe he finally brings the next person in.
Who could that be?
I have no idea. That's part of the suspension of disbelief right there. How many people hate the Elite as much as Don Callis, the Blackpool Combat Club? That's really the story. If they did that,
just for the lulz.
Just for the lulz. Yeah.
Just for the lulz.
Yeah. And honestly, rumor has it, they've been figuring that maybe this is finally time Kenny Omega reunites with his golden lover. This is how they bring Kota Ibushi, even if it's a one-off. Which would definitely shock the hell out of me.
If they're going to do this, if they're going to bring in, this is probably more logical, but if they're ever going to bring in Kota, it's probably going to be after the match. Because
a fallen friend
brought
up by his lover.
Or they could write out one of the elite members, like fucking Hangman Page.
Yeah, the Dark Order. That you have that tease. Maybe Dark Order still are not done with Heyman and Page. It's like you brought this on yourself, but we're not finished with you. There's a few ways this is going for sure. And with Blackpool Combat Club that did win last year's Blood and Guts, I do wonder if the same thing can happen again. Are they truly the ones that truly are real? Again, they're gear. Be real. We're going to find out who's truly real enough to survive Blood and Guts. You don't win. You survive Blood and Guts. All right? That match fucks you up. Anyway.
If you want a match that really fucks up a lot of people, fucking Cage of Death.
That too. But again, there's only so much you can do here in the States versus across the pond. Or GCW. Or CCW. Anyway. Or Lucha Underground with the friggin' Hello
God, I miss Lucha Underground, bro. Holy
you
shit.
and me both, bro. My gosh, that had so much damn potential. Damn Fallout with contract. Anyway, a little bit. Let's go ahead and get back here. And you wanted to possibly talk about this as Roderick Strong meets Adam Cole backstage. As Strong silly tells Cole,
the greatest,
not to trust MJF. And Cole agrees before MJF arrives and says, you believe your favorite line of the night.
The greatest line I've ever heard in my fucking life. Hey, what's up, generic white guy?
Damn.
God. Yo.
I don't even know what to say after that. Just like, not even who are you, just, okay, generic white guy.
My man's like, what's up, generic white guy? How you doing? Like, bro.
There's like, hey. As MJF literally approaches them and says that, Cole, let's go. Like a party time, man. Let's go. And again, subtly, Strom warns Adam Cole.
Amen.
I'm being cautious of this. And he takes his lead. I really do hope they give us some sort of video segment of what they did. By the way, I don't know if you saw it, but it's been spread all over my AEW chat. Apparently, Adam Cole, Chugs, follow him on Twitch, when he was doing his gaming stream, MJF called in during it.
That's
what?
Awesome.
Oh my gosh. That was probably the most viewed moment in Adam Cole's Twitch history, despite the fact he played for every Halo game. Oh, that was hilarious. I was like, okay,
love MJF
this
so
team has to go to the finals in this blind tournament. I don't care what you tell me.
They have to. They better not. They
better not print this up round one. They damn sure better not.
Better not, because this.
We don't even know their opponents.
Bro, I feel like this could go so fucking far. Like maybe, because them two have that heelish nature, and with that nature, they could easily milk this.
Oh, bar none.
Like,
and Adam Cole knows how to play the system. Both sides of it.
So
does MJF for that matter.
This
Again,
man MJF is awesome, bro.
The level of the devil. How close is Adam Cole to it now? Baby.
About to be close enough.
Well, I mean, hey, he's hanging out with him, so I guess we'll find out soon enough. Meanwhile, we go back inside the ring, and Jumbo Jet Prairie walks out the rampway, and ladies and gentlemen, say R.I.P. to Tarzan, boy. You probably won't be hearing that anymore. As Jumbo Jet Prairie channels his inner Christian Cage, or excuse me, Hollywood angry, aggravated actor. Let's just call it what it is. He's finally going Hollywood. It took him long enough. Boo all you want. Doesn't change a thing. I'm still young. I'm still cashing fat checks. And I'm still banging the hottest bitch in this entire place. Damn. Now, Toronto, let me ask you a question. Did I turn on a cook? Or did everybody turn on me? After everything I've done and given to this place, after being robbed of 2 AEW World Championships, you literally had the chance legally and you didn't pull the trigger. Whose fault is that? You expect me to watch some entitled little prick dangle his championship in front of my face? And the thing is, that belt's not even recognized by this company officially. That's why I don't recognize you, Hook. You are a fraud. Jungle Hook was special because of me. Here we go. You were lucky to even stand next to me in the ring. And whether or not it's officially recognized, look, I know what it means to you, and I know what it means particularly to your family. I was waiting for that instigation against Taz. I just wish it was more face-to-face the announce table. I need to see that. I need to see if Taz gets up in his face, knocks his ass out, or Hook knocks his ass out. This has to reach that point, in my opinion. That's why I'm going to take it from you. And just for the record, I hear you all chanting, Hook's going to kill me. Well, Hook, when I get my hands on you, I'm going to beat the living shit out of you. Well, say his name, not Joe Hendry. He is sent. Hook is pissed. Wow, Hook can run. Freaking Jungle Boy Jack Perry darted and bolted literally into an SUV that rolled off faster than Hook could run for now. Hook in hot pursuit. Just wait and see when he finally gets his hands on him. I think Taz was on point at Forbidden Door. He's a dead man. Well, took Jungle Boy Jack Perry long enough to grow a spine.
This promo sucks dick, bro.
It was typical Hollywood actor promo. I mean, let's be honest here, all right?
This promo.
This was not Christian Cage working everybody over. This was aggravated Hollywood actor entitled. At this point, I just wanted two things. If I'm honest with you, Zero. One, is he going to join the Jericho Society because his wife in there? Or two, are he and his wife going to become the new it couple to try and take over AEW?
If they is going to do the fucking it couple, okay. If he's going to join the JAS, okay. But this promo did nothing for me.
Nah.
Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Jungle Boy's promo skills is meh. It's not really that. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just nothing to me. It's just so.
Just not that empowering. Not that draw you in.
Yeah, like it's basically just saying that yes, I was, y'all guys, blase, or whatever. But it's just so fucking. Okay, bro.
I mean, he's always been the sympathetic babyface. Now he's the sympathetic heel.
Sympathetic, my ass. The moment he starts being a bitch, that's the day that I literally just be like, I give up on this man.
I mean, Hook was literally running to take his damn head off. I kind of can support discretion, the bad part of valor when you're running for your damn life. But you brought this on yourself. Back up your words.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say about that.
Like, one thing I would say is that with fucking a Jungle Boy, this man literally just, I don't know what the fuck he wants to do at this point. Like you could tell he's desperate to get like a title because his own tag partner is replacing him as a pillar, which is hilarious.
Damn.
And he's literally he's one of the fucking pillars that is literally just nothing right now.
Well, Sammy Guevara, he's got a family going for him, and we wonder where he'll stay with Jericho. Otherwise, he's got some sort of direction and narrative. And Darby Allin and Sting, they're going to keep going down to Blaze of Glory until Darby Allin climbs Mount Everest and possibly dies on it because he's already written his will.
He needs to not do that, bro.
You're right.
I'm gonna be real with you. Do it when you're retired. Because if you end up dead,
I mean, our wrestlers have done it, to be fair, but hey, YOLO.
Like, that's the thing.
I guess.
Anyway. But like, this whole promo was just a big man to me. Like, this shit was just.
Yeah.
I was getting more aggravated. Not at his words, but just at how. I got aggravated because the promo would still keep going. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Even when he yelled at the audience to shut up. That was probably the most impactful his promo was because, hey, that did draw heat. But yeah, unless he gets like a Hollywood bodyguard or he and Anna Jay go into business together, I'm not seeing a whole lot from this besides Hook taking his damn head off.
But wait, let him cook. He been cooking long enough, bro.
3 years, folks. And he had 2 chances at the title.
Yeah, he did.
Might I add, he had 2 title chances in less than a month and came up short.
Sonata should have beat him with a Paradise Lock, bro. Like this man is not worth. Bro, this man is not worth his time to the point he didn't even use his finisher on him. And,
no dead fall. Just one moonable saw.
What makes it worse? Jungle Boy beat Dookie. I'm gonna call him Dookie.
Nah, Dookie. But all right.
He beat Dookie.
You and I are never gonna get over this. Go ahead.
No, we're not.
It's all right.
He beat
one of the Just 5 guys. Yes.
With Sonata's skull in.
Mm-hmm.
Sonata didn't decide to beat him with Skull. He beat him with a moonsault. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. In 10
When
minutes.
was the last time Sonata won simply with one move assault to the front of an opponent's body versus two where it's back and front? Dynamite Jack Perry was barely any challenge for Sonata. Just call it what it is. Even Sonata realized that. After burying the man on Twitter, he backed up that tweet.
Yeah, that shit was fucking insane. I was laughing my ass off, bro. That shit was great. But like, yeah, like this man is literally played as a no threat. Can now he's heel. Okay, cool. Finally, he's finally having some balls. Then he ran from Hook. I don't blame him because Hook was a track star. But
right, that boy.
Yeah.
Usain bolted after that, man.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Like, this whole segment was just completely just like, bro,
yeah.
I don't.
He could have just did this from literally the freaking like Hollywood house, like freaking Johnny Cage has in Mortal Kombat 1 coming soon, for all I care. This was a little bit of a waste of TV time for me, but yeah.
It was a waste, bro.
Well, unfortunately,
man literally jumped into the fucking giant. I'm like, yo.
I feel like that promo segment was longer than this due to circumstances because it was just one of those nights when the fallout is you got nothing else planned. You do something, and hey, maybe she sounds more realistic considering she's rolling with the Outcast. Ruby Soho with Saraya and the AEW Women's World Champion Toni Storm took on, Hamilton's own Alexia Nicole. Stomped a mud hole in her and planted her twice in the row with side suplexes and applied the lockjaw. Game over. But after that, with a solid message to one Dynamite DMD as they spray the L, which I still find stupid, says that originally Dr. Britt Baker was going to be my opponent tonight in your germ-ridden country. But she's sick. I thank you for that, Canada. But Britt, get your head out of the toilet because I want you to look at me. At Offer Ash, you said, I didn't know who I was, but honestly, I love who I am now. But do you? Because you are a shell of your former self. You're one of the hardest working people in this building. But do you have fans? Hello. Last year, you barely beat me in the finals on your best day. She rolled you up. And since then, we have collectively taken away everything that's meant anything to you. Like, you look like a freaking psycho in the camera, just like, and next week, I'm going to take away your chance to be two-time Owen Hart Cup winner away from you. Ruby Soho is hell-bent on making sure that her DMD's life's a living hell. I almost like the fact that now she truly is busy as psycho as her look, as an outcast. So that women's quarterfinal match apparently will be this coming Dynamite, hopefully. I'm glad they didn't just throw it out, but all right, Ruby Soho, you're confident, but can you back it up? Can you back it up on your own? And with the way the Owen right now is being played out, one of these two has Sky Blue waiting, and neither of these two women are no strangers to Sky Blue.
Can you imagine if Sky Blue actually wins the whole tournament, bro?
What?
Can you imagine if Sky Blue like a Shefty wins the whole tournament?
I think it'd be a huge moment for her. I think she deserves the most out of this entire field. I want her to win it. She's my pick.
Yeah.
Anyway, you got anything to say about Ruby Soho's promo? Was it more believable than Job by Jack Perry?
Yes.
Okay, good deal.
Anyways, next turn.
Yep. And meanwhile, we go to our main event as they hype up what's ahead for Rampage and Collision, and we'll just get right into that. Yeah, this was, a tag match. Today, tag match. What? Yes.
Sting.
Joker Sting, apparently. Because he had a slightly different face paint, even though I wasn't quite nervous. I just wish one night we get the freaking crazy Sting TNA theme and Titantron and strobe light effect. I just want that one night. Anyway, Sting and Darby Allin took on Sammy Guevara and the Painmaker. Awesome entrance, though. Painmaker Chris Jericho. And immediately, Darby and Sammy go right after each other. Darby went after Sammy with a shotgun dropkick. Jericho demanded that Sting grab his bat. Next thing you know, we had... What is this? The freaking Jedi versus Sith? Or is it Sith versus Sith? What's darker than a Sith? Sting connected with the Stinger Splash on Jericho to both bats taken out of play. Then Sammy rocked Darby with a cutter. Jericho knocked Darby out with a chair shot to the bat. Then Sammy flung Darby into steel ring steps. Bodies flying everywhere. Jericho wasn't on the call. Sammy and Jericho put Darby into the steel ring steps. Then Darby flipped over. Oh my gosh, this was ridiculous. I swear Darby was trying to slow himself down, stay on his feet. That boy bolted over those steps, rolled through completely, ran momentum-wise, and finally fell. halfway in the friggin' stands. That was damn ridiculous, all right? The weirdest form of a shot put I've ever seen. Anyway, as Darby finally comes back into play eventually, Stinger used Stinger Splash on Jericho on the guardrail, because he's crazy. And then Darby and Sting set up 2 tables side by side on the arena floor. As Darby gets a ladder out from the ring, because why the hell not? Sting sets Sammy on the tables, and Darby climbs his way, but Sting meets him on the other side. I don't know if Sting said, I want to do this, or Darby encouraged him to do this, but yeah, Zero. Sting flies off the fucking ladder and crashes for Sammy for one table while jawing himself on the other damn one. What the fuck? As Darby grabs the skateboard and jumps off the top rope, smashes Jericho. Paymaker dropped the ladder, though, on Darby's spine. Ouch. Darby no straight to being crushed by a ladder, if you look at his track record. While Jericho counted the cup and splash, using the skateboard like a Louisville slugger against Darby Allin. Damn. Nearly almost broken in half, but then falls with the Judas effect, but then Sting grabs Jericho from behind, and Jericho then transitioned into the walls, while Sting was able to grab Floyd the baseball bat. Look at that. Jericho's own bat. His own doing. What? With the head, and Jericho was busted wide open following that. While Sting splashed Jericho and then attempted another Stinger splash, but Jericho countered with a code breaker. Still not enough, as Sting played Jericho with Scorpion Death Drop for a near fall. I like the fact they were able to pull out all their move stops. As Jericho went for the code breaker one more time, Sting was able to counter into the Scorpion Death Lock. And the Paymaker, for the first time in his AEW career, his 4th outing, loses, and Jericho taps out. Why, Sting and Darby Allin stand victorious at the end of this Texas Tornado tag match. I still think we're getting Sting versus Jericho one-on-one under normal circumstances, but what does this mean for Sammy and Jericho going forward? You tell me. This was just fun because Sting, he's crazy.
Ever since Sting decided to just, ever since he actually decided to be a New Jack, he just been on perks, bro. Man, everybody want to talk about Perk Angle, bro. This is Perk Sting. This man is going crazy. He doesn't even care at this point.
No, he doesn't care about his own well-being. Apparently, he's invincible.
This man wants to. This man literally turned into fucking New Jack. Like every time he's in a tag match, bro, he wants to jump off shit
from a balcony to a damn ladder. Apparently,
yeah, this man does not care at all about his well-being, bro. Ever since he hanged out with Darby.
Yeah. But I think Darby had a lot to do with Sting's choice.
Darby influenced that. Sort of
big time.
He influenced that. That's hilarious.
Oh Lord. Well, not much more to say besides that. As the world blows up around me, and that audience blew up when Sting nearly planted his jaw for his own damn skull. Jesus. Not good on distance, bruv. Maybe you should have been a little higher. Or maybe you should have let Darby do it. Either way, Sammy was a non-factor after that, so I guess it did what it had to do. Because Sammy went for the table. Alright, let's move on to Friday night, because you know what that means. It was Rampage, baby.
Rampage, baby.
Of course.
Not really.
Alright. We kick things off with a Ring of Honor World Championship match. As Battle Combat Club's Claudio Castagnoli took on Commander. The match was literally what you expect.
Fucking ending of the match. Fuck.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and go right to it. My Commander was able to turn Claudio Castagnoli every direction on a friggin' compass. All 8, by the way, not just the 4 cardinal ones. He got caught in a giant swing, but Commander then rolled free from a Ricola bomb, attempted a tope. Claudio caught him. Then Commander got hit Claudio with knee strikes to escape the champion's grasp. Was able to try and ground the champion multiple times, even bringing him down to the arena floor. Claudio planted Commander, though, with a DDT for a nice near fall, while Commander came back later with a back suplex off the ropes, as he's crazy. Transitions to a crossbody. He's brilliant. But then the champ slammed Claudio. Claudio, Commander, tongue-tied. Commander gets slammed, then connected the leg drop for a near fall. Man, that's a heavy leg. Commander then reversed a powerbomb off the ropes with a Hurricane Rana. I swear, Claudio's like a walking cheat code in his own way sometimes.
Yeah.
Commander then jumps off the ring post and flipped onto Claudio, while Commander dodged a boot from Claudio. After that, Matrix escapes. This is a lot more for what it was for 15 damn minutes. Jesus. As Commander finally walks the barricade, not the ropes, the barricade at one point, and splashes on Claudio with a shooting star press. The fuck? As he scores another near fall to Hurricane Rana, then Claudio blasts him with a European uppercut, and then follows up with a short arm clothesline, but Commander would not stay down, you crazy fool. As Commander DDT Claudio again, but Claudio kicked out, 2 count only. Nails Claudio with a Phoenix Splash after a double jump set up. The hell? Eat your heart out, Seth Rollins. Commander jumps off the ropes, though, but that was one risk too many. KO freaking European uppercut, quite damn literally. And Claudio wins via ref stoppage. Wow.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Go for it, dude.
When I saw that shit, I was destined to rewind it. But luckily, they actually played it. I'm like, damn, he knocked this nigga out, bro. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
They literally knocked his ass out. Yes.
That shit was crazy. I'd never seen somebody literally knock. Whoever plays Fire Pro, that was a critical.
Bar none.
That was a critical.
When was the last time you saw an uppercut knock somebody out? Let alone Claudio knock somebody out with an uppercut. He might have the meanest uppercut in the business.
Yes. Like, he literally hit him with a fucking critical. He hit him with the fucking no mercy hockey game knockout. Commander was like,
dead. He was dead, bruh.
To ring the bell. Like, that was insane. I never seen anybody literally get fucked up like that. That shit was crazy. The fact that he literally, Commander was dead right there.
Claudio from 100 to 0.
Claudio was like, I have enough of your shit.
the killing blow, quite literally.
That was insane.
I thought he was just knocking him out and just use a recall. No, he literally knocked the man out of midair down his ass.
That was just game over, bro.
Pun intended. That was awesome, though. What a hell of a match, though. Commander, awesome. He came out and showed out until his lights were put out. Quite literally. This was a match worth watching, folks, if you can watch it. If nothing else, just see the finish.
This man can't even count the lights no more.
There were no lights. It was blackout. Oh, my gosh. Meanwhile, the rest of the show kind of paced the main event. Shawn Spears, Canada's own Perfect 10, took on the Blade with the Butcher. Both men locked up, and apparently these guys have hostilities going all the way back to their time on the Canadian independence, which I like that subtle callback in storytelling, and it's always good to see the Butcher and the Blade in action.
ECW? Whatever.
What?
Because, like, there was one Canadian Fed I know, ECCW.
Oh, okay. I'm more familiar with Smash Wrestling, but I don't know what's local to the Hamilton, Ontario.
Canadian Championship Wrestling. That's what it's called.
Gotcha. Okay. And this was a simple back and forth match. The Blade shoved Spears to the turnbuckle corner, but Spears was able to, taunt the Blade. By the way, I don't think Aubrey gives that taunt a perfect 10, by the way, Sean. Just saying. Anyway, Blade chops Spears in the chest, though. Then Spears comes back, turns the tables, cracks the Blade with chops. The Blade gets chopped. Why does that just sound like something straight out of the kitchen? Spears dropped the Blade, spine first on the ring apron. Ouch. And then the Butcher came out of nowhere. I love the Butcher, man. I love this guy. Wiped out Shawn Spears in the arena floor with a lariat though, as the ref was distracted by the Blade. Spears then ground and pounded the Blade after a body press while Spears stomped on the Blade's temple. And then Spears, he was able to score the pin after using the C4. And Spears gets one up on the Blade in their continued rivalry that I'm sure will pick up again the next time they're in Canada, which seems to be more of a natural, organic thing. But good win for Shawn Spears in the middle of the ring. And hey, I always am glad to see Butcher and the Blade on my screen. So a match, but I do wonder if that means that Shawn Spears will be more involved in AEW. Certainly deserves to be.
Shit. Sean Spears was in TNA once. The fuck?
Oh yeah, he did have a
in
one-off.
2009.
Yeah, he had a one-off there.
Yeah, I had to research.
Yeah, they didn't talk about that. And of course, Braxton Sutter was involved in TNA with Allie. Bunny get well soon. Anyway,
it was a match. It's always nice.
It really was. It was two Canadians. It was a homegrown thing. It is what it is. You know, it's showcasing, exhibition. That's sometimes what Rampage is. But I based on what I see on Collision, it does seem like there is more towards one individual. Maybe. This right here. Oh Lord. Look, Harley Cameron, despite character, she's actually a pretty damn good singer. She did the Inspirations theme, by the way. Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay. I wish you both the best. As I look at the picture, she came out and sung Cutie's entrance song as they walk out here. It was Johnny TV, Johnny of 1,000 Names, and Cutie Marshall taking on the Hardy Party. Matt Hardy and Brother Zay with All Ego Ethan Page in their corner. I felt like I was looking at WWE a little bit here for a moment when Johnny TV and Matt Hardy started things off. If you know, you know. Hardy was able to wrench. Yeah, exactly. Hardy was able to wrench Johnny's arm over the shoulder, tag in to Brother Zay, who continued to punish Johnny's arm with double stomp. QT Marshall tagged in and not Brother Zay with a stiff right hand, but Brother Zay fired back with a hanging net breaker as Ethan Page continues to watch on. Brother Zay and Matt Hardy show off some great tag team synergy to them offense, including a step-up poetry motion over the top rope to the floor, because he's crazy. Johnny TV connects, though, with a high roundhouse kick to Matt Hardy. Rocks the man. Dodges a standing moonsault press, though, from Johnny TV as Zay took down Johnny with a Hurricane Rana and gave QT a cutter. Nice cutter. Johnny TV then wipes up Zay, though, on the floor with the tornado as QT Marshall tags himself in, hits a senton splash on Brother Zay, but Matt Hardy tags himself in and cleans house with the QTV crew, except for Harley Cameron, who has the biggest smartphone I've ever seen. Matt Hardy then falls up, side effect, back and forth action here. Hardy DDTs Johnny TV for a nice near fall. QT counters the twist of fate, though, with an elbow strike. Again, QT, quality, underrated. Hardy rolls up out of the way, though, of a corkscrew dive by Johnny TV. Shades of Starship Pimp, for those, if you know, you know. As Brother Zay, again, and Matt Hardy take control. It was Harley Cameron that jumped on the apron, distracted the referee, and QT at one point shoved Brother Zay off the top turnbuckle. Bad landing. As QT swept the leg out of Matt Hardy and slammed him head first into the steel ring steps, Johnny TV used the split leg moonsault on Brother Zay, who was isolated, and picked up the win in his, I guess you could say, as Johnny TV AEW debut. I'm not sure necessarily if you got an exclusive for QTV, but Ethan Page came in to prevent QT and Johnny from doing any more damage. Where I thought for a moment, I thought QT and Johnny TV, that's going to get redundant. We're trying to recruit him, and Ethan Page just cold cocks them straight in the face until he gets knocked down. As the Acclaim, Anthony Bowens, and Daddy Ass come out, sprint to the ring, and even the odds, QTV scurries away for now. Well, that was quality, I guess.
Quality at its finest.
Pretty much. Welcome back, Johnny. Johnny TV.
Yeah. Anyways, next.
Yeah, not much more to say about that. As they run down the Collision, of course, continuing the ON men's quarterfinals, we get a TBS Open Championship Challenge, and MJF will also make his wrestling debut. And, of course, we'll also hear from Bullet Club and more stuff, too. It was time for our main event with two all-time greats. As for the first time ever, La Wea Loca, Taya Valkyrie, clashed with Hikaru Shida, former AEW World Champion. And I must say, I was surprised with the outlook of this match. By the way, love Shida's new gear. Taya uses her power advantage to the early going, takes Shida to the corner, and constantly this match, Shida's knee was being worked over by Taya. Clearly, Taya was trying to render the katana useless, which I think was a very smart move. But Shida falls in on the arena floor, brings the chair from underneath the ring, and instead of using it for a launching pad, Taya was able to move out of the way, and this was really the first key point for this match. She swept out her legs, wrapped her up around the ring post. Again, Taya working over the knees. Taya being very technical in this match. Where's Serena Deeb? Just saying. Anyway, as Taya was able to fight back, though, as Shida tried to fight back too, battering her with elbows, which she didn't work over. Again, Shida wanted the meanest striker still in the game. Taya with a jumping knee strike for a near fall, even though it was the bad knee. And then Taya shoved Shida off the ropes, and still, somehow Shida was able to manage suplex Taya on the arena floor. Nasty impact. Looks for the running Meteora and gets it off the apron, then follows up with a running elbow strike for a nice near fall. As Taya blocks the katana, like I said, that devastating spinning knee strike, Taya went after the knees again, flinging Shida into the turnbuckles, and then smashed her with a double knee strike in the corner at the Meteora, but Shida was able to counter the Road to Valhalla into a roll-up, and Taya Valkyrie loses via roll-up to Hikaru Shida, which I kind of find interesting because, okay, is this a longer stay program, or is Shida not 100%, and is there more to this than meets the eye? The match itself just felt random in general, considering Taya just came off a loss against Chris Statler, a very game bout, for the TBS Championship. And truth be told, now she's on the same TV show as her husband, for those that don't know. Maybe she joins QTV, but I'm always glad to see Shida back in action. But yeah, not with the katana. Shida wins via roll-up. So it does lead me to believe there still might be more to this than meets the eye. Good match, though.
Let's go. The only thing that I remember is the fucking roll-up, because I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, when was the last time Shida won via roll-up?
Taya probably needs a new finisher at this point.
Taya's pissed. You saw she was pissed.
Like, can you imagine fucking losing losing to your own move at a pay-per-view, then lose then lose a title match.
Rematch, yep, for the title.
And then losing here to a counter of your own move.
Lavera Loca is going to go Loca if she takes another loss here in a moment, I think.
She's about to go fucking crazy, bro. That's just wild.
She is legitimately crazy, to be fair. Well, that was Rampage, your usual hour of pro wrestling that sometimes is just there, has no direction. This was definitely one of those times.
The greatest no direction now, but this is fucking Saturday night main event, baby. Let's go.
Now let's go ahead and talk about Saturday nights are all right for fighting weekly, it seems, as AEW Collision continues to show us why we have pro wrestling again on Saturday nights. Nigel McGinnis and Kevin Kelly on the call. We kick things off with MJF, who made quick work of a hometown crowd favorite, Kip Morse. Literally wasted no time. He spiked him with the Heat Seeker, covered his opponent, but he stood up, and then instead, he locked into the bell lock. Hey, Bryan Danielson, you watching? Made him tap out. And again, the thing is, MJF's like, cut my music. By the way, he was sporting the American flag on his attire in Canada. Way to make yourself feel welcome. You're good. As MJF says, cut the music. I know you stupid cricket Canadians are very unintelligent, but when the world champ is holding the microphone, you keep your mouth shut. You think I want to be here? I was supposed to have a day off today, but instead I had to come into crappy Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. I'm so positive that I could beat anyone here who watched for that curtain who is from Hamilton. I'm even willing to put my world title on the line as a big local dude. Looks like he was going to come out for the other opportunity. Well, this was surprising. All Ethan Page stormed his way to the ring and said, this is cute, buddy, but we all know you're not on my level. As he whacked the microphone away from him, and Ethan Page basically gave a uplifting story and also a ringing endorsement to his own home turf and country. As he basically says, we're not doing this crap. You're about to tell me that you're not on my level? Really? Why don't I remind you and everyone back what made of? Max, I'm not on your level because I'm not you. I'm not a bare minimum bitch. Damn line of the night. As he literally said, you can walk around with the championship all you want, but you are not my world champion. Because when this company needs something, they don't call you. They call me, Ethan Page, because I'm always here for the fans, for this company, and for those three letters, AEW. You might want to be AEW World Champion, but Ethan Page actually champions AEW. My father, who literally just worked down the road locally and became huge success, bosses for multiple companies. And the fact that I always put my all in for this company, and my wife literally asked me, after they literally asked me to go to Calgary and promote this very tour, when are you going to get yours back from this company? Well, now it finally seems to be that time. So why don't you actually be a man for once and do something with this company and put your title on the line right here, right now. MJF, with not a single word, hands the belt off to Stefan. And we literally have an AEW World Championship match on Collision. This was quite surprising. Even Page's biggest chance and biggest moment yet. Even Page immediately going in, all ego-wise, stopping a mudhole and MJF in the corner, looking for Ego's edge and the quick going, but MJF able to escape. Works the leg of Ethan Page, applies a single leg Boston Crab as he controlled the restaurant quality picture-in-picture. Page was able to rally back, though, and hit a cutter, connected with 2 lariats, and then a Hurricane Rana. Wrapped the champ with the Iconoclasm. For those that don't know, it's the straight jacket ripoff from the top rope. And a snap power slam. But then Page shocked MJF with a twist of fate. Page out of Matt Hardy's playbook. As he climbs to the top rope and MJF takes out his base, knocking Page off his balance. And they battle, but even Page gets the upper hand and hits him with a superplex. Power slam. As Page was crunching his knee the entire time, definitely working from underneath. Story of his life. He tried to come back into play and finally looked for the Ego's edge toward the end of this, but his leg gave out as he collapsed, and MJF took advantage, taking the Page out of the very guy from the indie he just beat playbook. Dragon screw leg whip, rope assist. Damn, that move has to suck. And then the Heat Seeker DDT, and that was it. The Heat Seeker DDT beat Ethan Page 1, 2, 3. So for a guy that didn't want to wrestle at Forbidden Door, looked like he took something away from his opponent as he's been doing his entire career. Go freaking figure. Dragon Screw Leg Whip and the Heat Seeker DDT. Again, MJF finds a way to win. And to be fair, he did win cleanly. MJF still AEW World Champion. I will say this, though. Commendable effort and promo by All Ethan Page. Glad he got this big moment, this big chance in his home country. But, yeah, I did not expect Ethan Page to beat MJF. But it was a game fight, and MJF continues to adapt based on everybody he faces and beats, while he continues to say, no one's on the level of the devil. Wholesome opener, and MJF's debut. I don't expect him on Collision again anytime soon.
Well, I actually love this match for real. Because one, the fact that Ethan Page actually stepped up and he was literally like, yo, like my family usually basically say that when is AEW gonna give you a chance? And like he basically said that, whatever's possible. And he took and since MJF wanted a challenger, he stepped up. And he did he did give a pretty good fight. He really did give up a really I remember seeing him on YouTube cutting a promo about the CZW's Best of the Best. I remember seeing that. And I was like, I kind of want to follow him. So I kind of followed him a bit, and from him teaming up with Josh Alexander and
The North.
And it's crazy because Josh Alexander, he pretty much turns into the Shawn Michaels of the group and became world champion. And meanwhile, Ethan Page is the Marty Jannetty, which sucks because both of them are pretty good.
Yeah, finding his way, but Ethan Page, who continues to always work in the business, one of the hardest workers I've definitely followed.
Yeah, like he pretty improved, and he showed up. And when he talked to Max, it's an eye opener because this man could actually go. Like he could speak, he could go. Like this man is pretty fucking good.
He could work, he could speak. It's kind of ironic also when you think about the retrospective when. At one point, Ethan Page and MJF were working together, and it was Ethan Page that beat the hell out of MJF until MJF kind of turned his back on Stokely Halfway and company.
Yeah, which is crazy because they used to work together doing the Firm.
Bingo.
Then the Firm died, and Ethan Page now a slave to the Hardys, which is crazy.
And being turned to a babyface and literally showed how babyface he was here, but also what he learned when he used the Twist of Fate.
Hey, he is a good heel, but him as a face would be kind of pretty fun to watch.
I think this is a good teaser face to come.
Keep this momentum. He needs to keep this momentum because he is so fucking good. So
yeah,
good match. I actually liked it. It shows a lot of saying that he could be the next star.
Character development.
Yeah, probably not a main eventer, yeah, but he's a contender.
Yep. So hopefully Matt Hardy will definitely help further Ethan Page onto more opportunities. And after this match and the follow with QTV, I expect Matt and Ethan Page to tag up again and go from there. But yeah, this was really good. Ethan Page definitely came out and definitely owned up to what he's capable of. But MJF once again shows why he's better than you, and you know it. Attacking the knee and a dragon screw leg whip. First time ever he's used that. Probably won't be the last.
Man, if you know, like I remember you did say that he always takes things from his opponents.
Yeah. Again, the 26-year-old prodigy, 8 years in the game, constantly learning and adapting. Still do not know what he's fully capable of yet, and I don't think he's nowhere near done showing us and learning, kayfabe-wise. Speaking of good matches, again, Collision, when it comes to Collision, I just keep saying it every week, the matches, they deliver. They get the pace, they get the story, they get that equal opportunity on both sides. And this one surprised the hell out of me with how far they let Dustin Rhodes go with Powerhouse Hobbs. As the Owen Hart Foundation Tournament men's quarterfinal matches began. In the early going, Hobbs, again, freaking powerhouse. Kicked out with stiff strikes, working Dustin Rhodes over, but Dustin Rhodes shows why he's been involved 30 years plus himself. At 50 plus 2 years of age, fired back. That passion will not be snuffed out that easily. Hobbs reversed an Irish whip, though, ate a big boot from Dustin, then steamrolled over freaking Dustin Rhodes. That's a QT. Grabbed Rhodes' ankle on the outside, because QT Marshall, of course, was outside there. As Hobbs tried to the rep, QT ran Dustin head first to the steel ring post, and it was on. Dustin Rhodes busted wide open, and you were seeing a bloody, battered, respected legend fight from underneath. That was the story for this match. As Rhodes put Hobbs down with a ridiculous lariat, Hobbs was stunned for a moment. Even QT couldn't believe it. Then Rhodes nailed Hobbs with the cross Rhodes and a pile driver for a near fall. I thought he freaking had him. As Hobbs ran his shoulder into Dustin's midsection, though, Rhodes was able to spike Hobbs with the code red for a how is Dustin Rhodes able to do this? Yeah, he's about done with his career. God bless him. Anyway, Hobbs planted Rhodes with the spine buster, but somehow Rhodes, man, talk about the fire, adrenaline in his soul, kicked out at one. And Powerhouse Hobbs and QT Marshall couldn't believe it. As Rhodes was Dustin Rhodes was about to put him in a figure four leg lock, but the ref once again was distracted. QT cold cocked Dustin Rhodes with a cheap shot, that right fist, and Hobbs basically caught Dustin with a spine buster as he was relayed back in. And Powerhouse Hobbs does get the win and moves on in the Owen. Respect the natural, who always brings out the best he can in any match he's in, while still putting over his opponent. Damn good match.
I'm gonna be honest with you. During this match, I really wanted Dustin to win.
Me too.
This man is literally, he is old school, and he is also adapting to the current style, which is fucking awesome. Like, the one thing I would say is that when they mention about Dustin being friends with Owen Hart,
that's the roots.
I kind of wanted him to win the tournament, just for like one last hurrah.
It is his last ride.
Yeah, it sucks because now I'm starting to like appreciate his whole fucking wrestling career, bro. From him being Goldust to him here now, which is crazy.
Right.
I'm like, God dang. And I think he only won the tag titles and the Intercontinental title.
That's correct.
Damn.
Just goes to show that you don't necessarily need to be a world champion to be recognized and respected, but there's those people that deserve that championship that never got to it.
Yeah, because like, fuck, bro.
Yeah, how's that for retrospective?
Yes, this is crazy, man. This is crazy, yo. Cause like, bro, I hate fucking hindsight. I really hate hindsight.
That's wrestling for you. The older brother leads by example. Cause remember, Cody is the younger brother.
And I kind of like how like Because the thing is with because from what I know about Dustin, he really wants to help out with the younger talent, bro, which is awesome. And like even though even though he's more liking the old style, he could still do the new style because I remember when he was talking about him Rhodes against the Young Bucks on like a on a panel, right?
Yeah.
He was like, I don't really understand this newer style of pro wrestling, but I'm willing to work it.
And next
Which
thing you know,
is
you got
respectable.
the Rhodes versus the Young Bucks at Fight for the Fallen 2019.
Yeah,
Damn good
man,
match too.
they need to bring back fight for a fallen because that was
I could see them
I should
doing
like
that.
that event. I
Yeah,
should like that event.
I can see them do it. But I mean, Fight for the Fallen and Firefest are usually July things, but with the Owen, they might push that to August. Again, everything's been completely revamped this year in AEW, from the set to the scheduling to, well, the pay-per-views. Again, we're going to possibly have 2 pay-per-views back to back. Lord help us. So, but again, as far as Dustin goes, literally leading the younger generation by example, whether he faces them or whether he educates them. And by the way, go check out Rose Wrestling Academy and the latest showcases, because you see what he's doing there with some of the talent you really have seen showcased on AEW to some capacity. Nothing but respect to the Natural, one of my all-time favorites. So glad I got to meet him and discuss wrestling with him too. I hope to meet him one more time. This was a good match, and I don't think this is Dustin's last match in AEW, even if he is on his last ride. I will say this, though. If I don't see Dustin live again, it was a pleasure seeing him versus Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor World Championship on Rampage.
Hey man, it's a pleasure seeing him on freaking TV.
That, too. All right.
Jesus.
Speaking of seeing people on TV, the Redeemer, who now has forsaken his wife, his God, everything about him, for he is gutless. The Redeemer Miro put a little bit of work against Workhorseman's Anthony Henry, who put a bit of an effort up against himself. Miro, though, clobbered Henry with strikes and stomps, as he only does. Miro smashed. He threw Henry overhead with a freaking suplex, just absolute domination for the most part, until Miro hurled Henry again with another suplex, and then blasted him with an overhead, clubbing blows to the chest on the ropes. But Henry was able to mount back some offense, scored a double stomp, and then followed up with some MMA influence strikes, because he has an MMA mixed background. And then Miro quickly snuffed that out. Took him out with a huge press kick, the Machka kick. And next thing you know, it was game over as he locked in that camel clutch and Anthony Henry tapped out. Miro continues to show his absolute dominance. So says the Redeemer.
Miro is just an absolute fucking menace now, bro.
I love it. I love it.
This is the Miro I always wanted to see, like ever since he left WWE. Him being an absolute menace to society, just doesn't care at all, bro. That is Miro at his finest. So, but one thing I do hope happens though is that Miro goes for the world title. Probably gonna lose, but it'll be awesome to see Miro go to Ring of Honor, right?
Yes.
And challenges for the TV title against Samoa Joe.
Joe and Miro, let's freaking go.
I'm gonna lose my absolute mind. That'll be the only times I would say that has to be the main event. Cause
fair enough.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people want the world title to be a main event, but there's some exceptions we gotta put in.
Definitely.
For example, we are talking about AEW, but I do gotta bring up WWE. For WrestleMania Night 1, the main event was the tag team titles match. Perfect. I know it's not a world title, but because of the story and how the thing is, this is worthy of a main event.
It was.
Same. I don't want to say same with New Japan because the fans voted for the Intercontinental title. That was pretty fucked.
There's a reason why Naito went full on ungovernable after that.
That belt was destroyed. It was hilarious. But
Jesus.
But the thing is that like certain matches should be main events. Maybe because I really liked to see two big dudes who knows what they're doing just go at it.
Right, big hoss fight with
Yes.
actual wrestling.
Plus, they could do whatever they want. They could tear up the whole arena. I don't care.
Just let the bulls run loose.
Yes.
Olay.
Just do shoot. It'll be a crazy spot if Miro cut the lock on him. No. Samoa Joe cut the coquina clutch. Miro, he's on the top rope, and they both fall off through the ring. That's it.
Holy shit.
I'm done.
Yeah, for now, but they run it back at some point. Because neither of those guys will be done with each other. Well, again.
I just read something.
What?
You got to do the Taz and Bam Bam Piccolo spot from Heatwave 98. That would be awesome.
Tony Khan's all about history and legacy. I would not run it past him to not try and do that at some point. Again, as Collision still is just now off the ground, it's up to a hell of a hot start. And it's still one of my things I look forward to every week. Yeah. All right, and we're not even done yet. Let's go ahead and keep going. Here's a go to our promo segment. No respect for Tony Schiavone. Good grief. Tony Schiavone brings out Bullet Club Gold. And by Bullet Club Gold, I mean Juice Robinson, Jay White, and now a couple extra guns. The gun club, officially part of things here. As Tony Schiavone simply asks what's next for them, Jay White simply says, doesn't like the energy here, but we got a couple of new gold members. That's right. The Bang Bang Gang is at full force now. I think Revolver has 6 bullets. But Tony, this is the golden era of Bullet Club, and it continues tonight with my friend Juice Robinson wipes the floor, Ricky Stocks. And then next thing, we get a little bit back and forth, some little gunplay humor by Austin and Colton Gunn, who, of course, they travel the world. They won championships. They recognize Jay White also has done that too. And Austin says the juice is loose. Wow. And Colton says the other question is, why would they want the guns? We had our first match 16 months ago. You know what we did that time? We won the AEW Tag Team World Championships. So that's why the guns were welcome to Bullet Club Gold. And we beat all your favorites. The guns are the future. No. We are the present best tag team in the world. And it is not top guys out. It is guns up. Why Tony Schiavone said one thing that made Jay White took the mic from him. Members of Bullet Club Gold are banned from ringside during Stark's match. No, we're talking from you. No, you said something that was like, no, we're talking from you. But I got something to say to you, CM Punk. You term a little bag of goodies. And maybe there's just one goodie in that bag. And when you wave gold in front of my face, it can be mighty tantalizing. So if your goodie bag is made of gold, and if it is your AEW World Championship, well then, I suggest you leave it in the bag. Foreshadowing, maybe. But for now, FTR, you have my attention. You have Bullet Club's Gold's attention. They want FTR. They want their gold. So why don't you two not be so afraid and put the championships up against me and Juice Robinson? Because we will beat you guys again, and then it will really, truly be top guys out and guns up. Q Lexi Nair backstage with CM Punk and crew. As CM Punk simply says, yeah, you beat us last week, congratulations. But you want to know what's in that bag so bad? You can do what Max did. Go to shopee.com, buy yourself a replica. And parade yourself here and call yourself the champion. But I see you hiding behind Juice, and now you're hiding behind the guns. See, I don't need bodyguards. I actually got friends. And Collision is where the big boys play, and Saturday nights are right for fighting. And Jay and Juice, you're so intermingled with the biggest, baddest on the schoolyard now. So if you want us, and we're always down for it, as Ricky Starks simply says that he's going to come out here and prove why he is absolute and beat him once again like he's done in the past and move forward in the Owen. Before we get into this very game match, Zero, your thoughts on this? Guns loaded. CM Punk with the retort regarding the status quo of the AEW World Championship. Damn.
I love how my man said, if you want to know what's in the bag, just buy yourself a fucking replica.
Fuck.
That was a good line. But
that was brilliant.
But for the Gun Club's little thing, I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. But it seems like CM Punk got two people he got to worry about. Well, two people who was gunning for him. Number one is Jay White, and number two is a guy named Joe.
Yeah.
Which is funny because now he has two people literally gunning for him. But yeah, so like I wanted a Jay White CM Punk feud. I really do. Because I feel like they two would kind of make magic. Because like Jay could talk his ass off. CM Punk could actually talk his ass off. It's fucking awesome. But
All right.
but for the rebuttal, cute, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
Ricky Starks just minding his own business.
As a man of action, he doesn't need to say words. He'll let his actions speak for himself. Because again, the match was next. And again, this is I believe the second time now they've gone 1-on-1. Very game back
Before
and
you
forth. Yes.
do it, I just want to put my disappointment out there because Juice Robinson brown back the pants. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. I'm mad as hell. I was mad.
I guess like maybe it's like a match circumstance type thing. Oh, by the way, I love the fact that Collision was hyping up these OM matches ahead of the actual Elton John theme. I love that old school type. Bring us in. This is what you're going to see tonight. This is who is going to be fighting tonight. And they did this with these OM matches. Anyway, this was a good back and forth about again. Bullet Club Gold was banned from ringside. It was Juice Robinson, Ricky Starks 1-on-1. Ricky Starks also came in and took care of work by himself. Back and forth action as Juice smashed Starks with a cannonball in the corner for a nice near fall. As Starks backdropped Juice Robinson, and Starks was basically building momentum here. He hit him with a DDT and then spiked him with a second DDT for a nice near fall. And then Juice caught Starks off guard with a ridiculous kick. Applied the Texas Cloverleaf. Hey, shout out to, despite the fact I think she's bisexual, Tony Storm. Guess he learned figure two for his wife. And it was in deep, but Starks was able to make his way to the ropes, force the break. As Starks was able to catch Juice with a scoop and slam him. While Juice headbutted Starks, dadgum, what the hell is wrong with you people? Juice popped up Starks in the top turnbuckle, but Starks continued to fight back, caught him with a Hurricane Rana, and then speared him in the next week. But Starks countered a roll-up then from Juice following that, cradling Juice. Bit of a spear exchange here with these two towards the end. And the cradle, inside cradle roll-up, Ricky Starks gets the better of Juice and pins him. As Bullet Club Gold looked for a post-match assault, CM FTR came out and fended off the Arsenal. For now. So, good match. Ricky Starks advances. Good deal. But it also means that, as they said, the semifinals takes place next week on Collision. It's Ricky Starks versus Powerhouse Hobbs renewed. Oh, boy.
That'll be a good match, too.
Yeah, absolutely. But now I'm torn. I don't know which one I want to see win because, yes, you haven't seen CM Punk versus Ricky Starks. Maybe some hindsight. But we have seen Powerhouse Hobbs versus CM Punk before. Ricky Starks has enemies. Powerhouse Hobbs really doesn't. Maybe just a little bit of foreshadowing. Speaking of foreshadowing, like I said earlier, remember when I talked about Shawn Spears? Legendary is backstage with Christian Cage and the actual TNT champion Luchasaurus, who, again, why is he not holding his title? Just saying. When Christian Cage when everybody saw Christian Cage and my right hand of destruction Luchasaurus walking with new TNT champion on the debut of Collision, and since it was Canada Day today, I was feeling a bit generous to come out here. But then Shawn Spears comes in and says, I'm looking for that championship, but it seems to be a little out of place. As Christian Cage reminds him there's no more challenges. And Spears said, yes, but that's why I was off to the side shooting my shot. That's why I want to talk to the actual champ. As Christian Cage once again says, you talk to the champ, then talk to the champ. I'm going to tell you something that's always bothered me, though, about you, Spears. You don't seize your opportunities. You're not dangerous, and you're never going to be dangerous. So walk away. Spears was himself for sharing Christian. The funny thing is, everyone is capable of being dangerous. They just need to meet the right person. I'll see you soon.
Bro, he said, my man said, you're not dangerous. I don't know. Go ask Cody Rhodes. That
Chairman could be reborn.
I love the chairman. I really
Yes.
do love the chairman, but that's my boy right there, bro.
He needs to bring that back. Concerto Christian
Yes.
Cage. As Luchasaurus subtly just
And his freaking
grunts.
awesome ass entrance when it just spotlight and just him whistling. I
Yep.
love it.
And the chair folds, and the music
Mhm.
plays by WrestleFlow. But anyway, solo promo. So Sean Spears has decides the TNT Gold,
Yes.
but maybe more. And again, Luchasaurus, we don't necessarily know which way he really falls in this because he hasn't spoken a single damn word since being reincarnated as this more violent fossil.
He's not gonna win the title, but I really want him to win the title. I don't care, bro. Like that man is
From one Canadian to another. Well, excuse me, Luchasaurus ain't Canadian. I think that'd be pretty cool. Give Sean Spears a moment.
Give Sean Spears his fucking flowers, please.
Long overdue, in my opinion. Another
Way
underrated
overdue.
worker. All right. Not much more to say there. So we'll see how the new TNT champion handles this foreshadowing. Not a challenge, no open challenge. Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And Christian Cage. Now we go to an actual championship match, the TBS championship on the line, as Chris Statler continues to be the constant fighting champion now, giving everybody in and out of the AEW roster a chance. Respect. And this time we cool down the temperature. Probably what Canada need after all these damn dry fires and wildfires. Lady Frost. Game effort by Lady Frost, who tried to take her down with a side headlock takeover, but Statlander, the power came into play, and she basically overpowered her and suplexed her. But then Chris Statlander, with a nice shoulder block, Champ was in control of the other going until Lady Frost hit a sidestep German suplex and nailed her with the DDT with a swift kick follow-up for a nice near fall. And Statlander caught her though with a discus lariat. Damn. I thought she was going to go for the temperature drop before that, but didn't get a chance to. And in a rather study match, all it took, and it was Saturday night, so it was all right. Saturday Night Fever following that package pile driver, almost like he took a Nazi bastard driver, if you want to really call it what it is. And the dominance of our TBS champion Chris Statlander continues undefeated and unblemished. Good match, good showing by Lady Frost, and I appreciate Chris Statlander for doing this, and it's just good to see Chris Statlander back. Good women's match.
I need to see more Lady Frost. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I mean, hey, she might be more involved in Ring of Honor. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Speaking of being more involved, Lexi Nair was backstage with a furious, steaming Andrade El Idolo, who was anything but tranquilo. Simply says, I am here for my mask. The House of Black stole my mask. So listen to me. Show me your face. Where are you? I need my mask. That mask is sacrilegious to La Sombra, as Julia Hart holds it. And Malachi Black slowly says, let the house help you cut this out of your past. All in due time. Oh, boy.
I hope Andrade joins the group.
I don't know, man. Either way, I think Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo is
They're gonna run that
pending.
NXT match back, bro. Let's go.
Trust me. I get it. As we prepare now for our main event, we'll go ahead and run down what's ahead on this week's Dynamite, which is weird to say the least. We have the blind tag tournament continue where MJF and Adam Cole will have their quarterfinal match against don't know the team. In another match, we will have what the fuck? Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland together again. What? Taking on Preston Screens, Orange Cassidy, and Darby Allin. Something's going to give, all right? I'm just going to put that out there. Something's going to give, okay? Just putting it out there right now. And also, his first singles match since losing the IWGP US Heavyweight Championship, Kenny Bygone Omega takes on Wheeler Yuta. Why Kenny Omega, by the way, didn't even talk about this little promo. Will Ospreay talked about how incredible Kenny Omega was and how he feels like, yeah, this may not be done. I know a place we could definitely run this back. Tony Khan, hit me up. And Kenny Omega says, you were the better man that night, but we will meet again. And Don Callis, stay away. As Kenny Omega was wearing some heavy ice and bandages, so again, after taking a turn of 91, I'm just glad that he's standing vertically and able to breathe and speak. And of course, Wheeler Yuta says, Kenny Omega, I already beat you at Double or Nothing. The Blackpool Combat Club has beaten you guys every possible turn. But the thing is, that's not enough. We need to literally leave our scars on you. So next week, I'm going to do that myself. So the first time ever, it's Wheeler Yuta versus Kenny Omega, one-on-one. We'll see what comes from that. And of course, as we talked about, coming up next week on Collision, it'll be the semifinals of the men's Owen, as well as the semifinals of the women's Owen, as Will Nightingale will take on Athena, and it will be Powerhouse House Ricky Starks, and CM Punk, of course, takes on the winner of this match here, Ryder Strong Samoa Joe, while he was on commentary. Oh, and before I forget about also Owen, also on Wednesday night, Dynamite will be Tiebreaker DMD and Ruby Soho, with a winner will, of course, take on Sky Blue in the semifinals the following week on Dynamite. With that being said, it was time for our main event. As CM Punk says, I got the bestie in the house to scout my opponents, and it was ROH run back in every damn form for 20 daggum minutes. Let's freaking go. Roderick Strong, the Messiah, the Backbreaker. Love the fact he comes out to End of Heartache. He lit up Samoa Joe's chest with chops and then connects with boots through the ropes, sending Joe to the arena floor. Then both men trade strikes. I don't know how many men could literally win a striking war with Samoa Joe, but Roderick Strong sure as hell tried. And it was a test of cardio endurance. Till Samoa Joe ranked Roderick Strong with a back elbow strike and then jabbed him in the corner. How does he do that? Friggin' just bang that snap kick. The way he does that. Ridiculous. Anyway, again, Samoa Joe, a freaking predator. Roderick Strong then cracked Joe with a high elevated knee, and then Joe came back with the senton for a nice near fall. Tried for a second senton, but Roderick Strong able to dodge it and use a jawbreaker to garner the early advantage. Following that, he lifted up Joe and then finally hit him with the backbreaker, Messiah the Backbreaker, folks. And he followed up with that sick kick, closest near fall of this match for Roderick Strong. Damn, still not enough. As CM Punk says, his name's Strong for a reason. Pound for pound, probably the strongest guy in AEW. Underrated, but honestly, that might be true. As Strong shook Joe with the Olympic slam as well. How strong is Roderick Strong? Pun intended. He then hit him with another jumping knee strike, but then Samoa Joe applied a submission chokehold out of nowhere. That is how dangerous, aware. Overall, Samoa Joe. Simple as fucking that. And literally, that was it. The rest stopped it because Roderick Strong went night-night. And again, go watch this match. Fucking awesome Ring of Honor run back. But now we know. Speaking of Ring of Honor run back, CM Punk, Samoa Joe, 4. And CM Punk has never beaten Samoa Joe one-on-one. As Punk was wanting to come in this way, Samoa Joe grabs a chair. I was like, oh, no, don't do this. CM Punk grabs a chair, though, to stand off with him until security, thankfully, came down because nothing needs to prevent this match from being less than 100% on either side. But Samoa Joe wasn't quite done sending a message at the expense of another person CM Punk respects, as he plants Roderick Strong on the steel chair, rather awkwardly. Damn.
This man hit an emerald explosion.
Exactly. You don't do that on a steel chair. And basically, Kevin Kelly says, what's it going to be like Saturday Collision with CM Punk versus Samoa Joe? And again, last year's winner of the Owen Hart tournament, Adam Cole, came down to check on his friend, as CM Punk also looked on. But I do wonder, also looked on maybe in a bit of concern because, yeah, CM Punk, you realize who you're facing, right?
The guy he never
Good luck.
beat.
And we went off the air, and that concluded Collision, as again, the match is set. Joe, Punk, 4. Great closing line, Nigel McGuinness. Again, Collision, my show of the week. Damn good show. Cannot wait for this one. Your thoughts on this main event and this closing angle, Zero. We're running it back on TV nonetheless. Not pay-per-view, TV. It's CM Punk and Samoa Joe 4. And they're going to be the main event.
Okay, so I'm looking back at the fucking history, right?
Yes, please do.
This is about to be CM Punk's Samoa Joe 5, I believe. No.
It's 4. Because the previous times they were over, I believe, the title, and I think one of them even went to a 60-minute draw.
No, check out. Okay, so it is 24 because Samoa Joe did beat CM Punk in 2 other indie shows, one in 2003 and one in 2005. But here's a fun fact, all right?
Go for it.
Samoa Joe only beat Punk once. The other 2 times was 60-minute time limit draws.
which technically went in favor of the champion because they were championship matches.
Bro, the first 60-minute time limit draw happened in June 12th, 2004. The other time limit draw was in October. October 16th, 2004. Those two were draws. 60-minute time limit.
Yep.
I don't know how you fucking do that. But
the
match that settles it all was in December
2000. I think it was the same year.
Yeah. All three of them was the same fucking year. That's crazy, bro.
Fight Forever. There's a reason why Fight Forever has been around a chant forever outside the WWE when it comes to professional wrestling and Ring of Honor.
Yeah. So
now we're running back a classic on TV.
So if they do this match, my opinion, they could do another one. Because if CM Punk this is if CM Punk wins.
Keyword if. That's a big if.
If Punk wins, they are 1-2. Wait. 1 win, 1 loss, and draw, or 1 draw. I don't fucking know how this works.
It's like win, loss, draw. That's the way they ration out that bracket. So technically, you are correct.
That's easy. So technically, nobody even won the rubber match. They only draw twice, which is crazy. I never seen nobody draw twice in 60 minutes. That's insane.
They got one of their classics up on YouTube, on the Ring of Honor YouTube channel as well. The full 60-minute bout.
Motherfucker, I'm about to watch that soon, bro. Wait, I think I did saw it. No, I probably didn't, but
it's all good.
Yeah, Joe wins by chokeout and Emerald Flosion on chair. That is a big LOL. When he pulled out that, I think that looked more like a plunge or something, but it looks like an Emerald Flosion, bro. These motherfuckers are pulling out pure wrestling moves. I'm getting kind of scared because the fact that Will Ospreay pull out a Tiger Driver, then Joe pull out an Emerald Flosion. I'm like, bro, what are we doing?
Risking life and well-being,
bro. Now I'm waiting for either a Orange Crush or a Gonzo Bomb. At this moment, nobody better kick out the Gonzo Bomb, bro. Kawhi's gonna kill you if you do that.
I mean, Brody King tried to do an Andrade Igolo and was unable to. So, I mean, again, that's still up for suspension of disbelief.
We are just going crazy. Our necks better be ready. But yeah,
as far as us cringing and as far as them taking it.
This week of AEW was actually pretty all right.
Nothing really happened.
Yeah. So now all we're waiting for is next week. Well, no, this week.
Yep, because this will be uploaded, of course, on the 4th. And, of course, the next week at AEW starts the 5th with Dynamite from Rogers Center as we continue to unfold the Owen. And we will see now how the Elite responds to Blackpool Combat Club making Blood and Guts official, and if they have all members available. Because we know Kenny Omega's in action and Will Yuta's in action. You know that's going to play into effect towards momentum in the Blood and Guts. Not necessarily the advantage, but more so again with usmanship. Where's the primate Brian Danielson's on commentary too, considering the damn man has a broken arm. He's not competing in it. So
this man is just Brian Danielson is just different, bro.
He is different. And that's a scary thing. Because you know he and Okada are going to run it back at some point. They have
to, and I don't mind it.
Me neither. Technical masterclass professional wrestling match. And great professional wrestling for this past week, too, as we conclude our discussion on all things AEW, as that really was this last week in AEW. Simple fallout, some subtle building towards the next stop, which right now is Blood and Guts, as we still wonder who is truly going to go all in. So stay tuned as the summer of AEW continues. 1 fresh show down, 2 to go. Buckle up. Until next time, it's always a pleasure talking with you folks about anything AEW. Let's go ahead and plug some stuff and get out of here too and enjoy the holiday with our family. Maybe hopefully get some sleep with the fireworks being diffused. Zero, always a pleasure. Anything you want to play and promote, where we can find you?
You can find me. What the fuck? I no, like I copy paste something, but
Oh, good.
but like one of my clipboards says Yuka Sakazaki. What the what?
What
No,
the hell?
because like I was trying to find her theme, but
Oh,
like,
okay.
but here's the thing though, her theme is not on YouTube. The only version of his theme is this 1 hour version of
Oh, God. That's enough to drive anybody insane in the membrane.
yeah, but like, you can find me at zero channel dash zero, and on that channel, you can find my other channels, and I have an announcement to make for those who watch me on here too.
Go for
I
it.
am taking a break from my Zero channel because after Pride 5, which was a fucking crazy event, like I'm gonna tell you, for match ratings, there was some matches that was like 100%, which is basically 5 stars. But Pride 5 was one of the events that also featured WYW a wrestler, and if you've seen it, you know who it is. But I'm gonna spoil it. Give me like 10 seconds. Mute it. But the person who answered the challenge was Namir Sagat from WYW. He went up against uh my main character, Chike Miller, and they beat the dog shit out of each other. From my character stomping in Namir's face to Namir beating him down on the ground. They was just fighting. But
Damn.
I'm not gonna tell you who won, but I'm gonna say that it was a fight. We had the National Men's Championship on the line between Quincy, Ken the Champion, Mr. BS himself, Brandon Sharp. Great match. And the main event was a feud from Frontline. I swear, this feud probably be my Austin or Rock. I swear to God. But V took on against Tasmania in a crazy ass match. But yeah. But other than that, a Pride 5 was a 2 hour long event. That shit was crazy. Good matches, everything. And after that show, I'm taking a break, probably 2 weeks to a month.
Good
So
on you.
after, because after all that shit, my mental health was going declining. but like shit like this really do upbring my spirits, just not recording shit and just doing just like talking wrestling with all of y'all. I actually really do enjoy that a lot, and I'm not gonna stop for a while because this is one of my things that I can literally say I'm having fun with. So yeah.
That's what matters with being a
So,
fan, man. Appreciate your spirit, appreciate your input, appreciate what you bring always to the conversation. Always a pleasure to be with you in collaboration. Thank you. And again, folks, we thank all of you for tuning in. You want to know more about me, though? Know this. For I am just a simple man and a lifelong fan of professional wrestling. Damn it! But I digress. So find me on the Twitter and YouTube primarily at Foster1916 for all things wrestling. Shout out, of course, to the entire AEW family on the Twitter and our social media engines too. It's a nice, simple holiday week, so we're going to take it a little easy. But stay tuned again this Friday on my Simple YouTube channel, The Simple Man's Brand, where there will be G1 Climax 33 Simple Bracketology with me, Kuzan Casey, possibly this gentleman here too, as we get all the details together with our friend across the pond and time zones as well too, as we discuss.
though,
There we go.
I did talk to Casey.
Yes.
You can see me.
Damn, good stuff. 4 blocks, 4 people. It fits itself. And of course, we'll be talking about in full the blocks, our expectations, we think will be a great one. Preview the first couple of days too, as that really is when all the blocks really have their first dose of action. And literally, the first 2 days can really say a precedent to who you think could be G1, grade 1, or win their block. Also, some point later this week, me and the Renegade of Wrestling at Castleton Studios, please follow that, folks, become a member. JJ Williams and I will come together with a simple take on this incredible past PLE, Money in the Bank, one of the better PLEs, honestly, this year. I was quite impressed. And also, then following that, we're going to take a brief hiatus and be back here again next week, possibly Sunday, with the next edition of AEW Spark, as we continue to talk about what unfolds through the Owen and towards Blood and Guts. Also, stay tuned for a fun watch-along event for the Madison Square Garden SmackDown on the Multiverse Mia, where my voice will once again be the play-by-play, and I'll be along with JJ. I expect a lot more color analysis, analysis, and spirit from this man. damn it, because I know he's capable of it, but I digress. And as always, you know me, as always, I do whatever I can for my friends, and happy to engage with them in all things wrestling too. Stay tuned for the weekly Saturday Night Shenanigans, also there are open mic night. You never know who might be on there, you never know what might be discussed, from wrestling to Yu-Gi-Oh! To Power Rangers too. But as always, I'd like to conclude, there are no winners, there are no losers, there are no betters, just fans with opinions for this passion we all share. At the end of the day, folks, support one another, respect each other, protect your mentality too, treasure your families, and just enjoy life, and enjoy professional wrestling. It's as simple as that. But with that being said, thank you so much once again for tuning in. Please subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. Hit the bell as video goes live on demand on these channels or any of the channels in and out of FTW Productions. Hit the subscribe button. Help us keep growing our YouTube communities. I assure you, as he alluded to, our creative passion for all things that we do is not letting up anytime soon. It just might change the variety and content. But on behalf of producer man James Hebert, who better be on the button, and on behalf of Zero, on behalf of anybody who's a fan of AEW, we thank you once again for tuning in as we pull the plug on this conversation on AEW Spark. So until next time, as I always leave you, to my friends right here, stateside, happy 4th of July, make a positive impact in life, and have a good night. For we are AEW.
Yeah.
Podcast has concluded. Be sure to check out more group discussion as far as AEW content is concerned, and check out more content from For the Win Productions.